Welcome in the Down South Football Podcast, man. I know it's been a little bit a minute, a little bit over a week, but we back up in the building. Hey, just a little music to get in here. Calm everything down. Everything is so tense nowadays, man. You know how it is. This your boy Renard D. Williams, man. Happy to be in the building. Hey, he got on all black today. I don't know if that's for morning. I don't know what's going on, but hey, got my co-host in the building, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. David L. Gardner. What's going on, bro?
Not a whole lot. Well, maybe it is a whole lot. I hadn't figured out which one it was. A whole lot of ass whipping, a whole lot of everything, But I digress. I'm licking my wounds.
I don't know what you mean by that, sir. I really don't.
Yeah, man, we're licking our wounds and going on back up to normal Alabama.
Going on up 65.
Going on up 65, licking our wounds. It was bad, dog. It was a bad weekend for the dog, but God dang.
You said it was a bad weekend for you.
Yeah, man, it was terrible. Yeah, for my alma mater, it was a terrible weekend.
I mean, I guess I can't play no. I didn't want to play the other intro for you because
No, you did right because I think that was terrible too.
Hey, it's
just disgusting.
It don't matter. Look, man. One thing about the day, it's gonna end. We're gonna have another day tomorrow.
Oh, it ended in the first quarter. It was over with in the first quarter.
Couldn't even get your popcorn down, huh?
Man, boy, it was so bad. I took them off the big screen. I put them on my iPad, and eventually I shut that off. I shut that off after a while.
I mean, you're gonna have those type of days, man. Those things gonna happen.
They were not supposed to happen like that.
You're right, and we're gonna get back to it. But you weren't the only one that had a bad weekend.
Who else had a bad weekend?
You could have get fired on the weekend of your birthday. Yeah, you could turn 64 or 65 this weekend, and you got fired on your day off.
Yeah, you did, but something we'll talk about later on. I gotta feel it just makes it just a little bit easier.
Just a little bit easier.
Just a little bit easier.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we would have stumbled upon along. Of course, we're talking about the departing of ways between Brian Kelly and LSU. Sources starting Saturday night just started seeing stuff, hearing stuff. People say, "You see this?" Hitting me. I'm like, this they for real. Hit some of my LSU folks. They like, yeah, it's moving. And then, hey, boom. Next thing we know, Sunday we was on it. Even when some people were reporting it from a different source and saying that it wasn't gonna happen, or this wasn't gonna happen, or it was all talk. Well, it wasn't all talk because sometimes around Sunday evening, Sunday night, something
like that.
Yeah, it kind of went down. We kept posting about it and talking about it, but hey, it is what it is. So before we get into the behind the scenes stuff, what was your initial thoughts when you heard that he was let go?
It's funny because before it was official, I saw a video of I guess it was the fans, but I know it definitely was a student section chanting "Fire Kelly, fire Kelly, fire Kelly." And not long after that, I guess it's just a coincidence, come across my phone, they actually had fired him. Honestly, I can see it, but I can't say that I'm not. Initially, I was a little shocked. Like, okay, they really pulled the trigger on him. But I understand from my perspective, from what I saw, I never thought he really fit in that culture down there. And I don't think that even the hire, I don't think a lot of people.
You mean the fake accent didn't work?
No. He never, ever fit in. But I still think Brian Kelly is a good coach. He's a solid coach. But
yes.
But again, it's all about fits, right? What fits you. You could be good at your craft, but you could be a great manager, but if you with a terrible, well, not say terrible company, if you're at the wrong company, or your team doesn't fit you, or you don't fit your team, then you come off to being the worst thing that folks ever know. So I think it just was a bad fit from the start.
Yeah. Let me put it like this. Let me put myself in the seat of the people that's the decision makers. And if you know anything about Louisiana, the governor is heavily involved and all that kind of it's more of a political thing. But I will just say this. From the outside looking in, you match, his coaching record, and you match what LSU is, where your last three head coaches have won a national championship within 4 years. Mm-hmm. That's the standard they've been looking at. That's what they're looking for. You think someone like a Brian Kelly with the resources of an LSU, with all the talent that they basically have, they don't have nobody else to compete with in the state of Louisiana for that talent. Seriously, like you think it's a perfect fit. That's what you would think. But everything that seems like a perfect fit outside ain't always a perfect fit inside. We heard rumblings, far back as before the season started. A lot of people were a lot of people were like, saying a lot of things. And some things you pay attention to, but when certain people start to talk and they say, hey, you ain't living up to expectations.
Right.
It's like, okay, this talk is getting real. And if you in what we do, a lot of times you hear a lot of different things about a lot of coaches, about a lot of programs. And like I said, I'm kind of person like I kind of try to listen to people that I know they know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like not just, saying crazy stuff, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's like this was his year. This was the year that everything was supposed to be together, was supposed to be moving. All the quote unquote preseason hype, everything that was going on. I don't even want to get into everything that's what it was, but man, look, LSU that program, bro. When it's time to move, they gonna move. They don't. That's what they expect. As far as him personally, and I 100% agree with what you said. To me, he never fit in what Louisiana was or what LSU was. He didn't adopt the culture for what it was. But man, when they made a decision, it was ready to go. It was go time.
Yeah, and when you make a decision like that from a see that right there, proud alum. But you ought to be proud this weekend. We'll be to y'all in a little while. I know he is a proud alum this weekend.
Who it is, man? Who is this? Is this Vern?
Probably.
Anyway, go ahead.
But when you make a buyout move like that, then
what up, bro?
This was something that was talked about at the top of the year, right? You know what I mean? Like, hey, if it doesn't happen this year, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. So hey,
what you going? I see how Vern feels. It is Vern Day.
I figured.
So it's like, he said, but of course, Southern let Terrence Graves go. So
well, they should have.
They should have.
You should have. They should have. That made sense.
Talk about nobody bad downfall.
Yeah. I mean that made sense, but based off of how Southern had been trending,
right.
Ever since we saw them the last game,
alumni was not happy.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, even though they talked about my boy Gucci, but when he was coaching, what's his name? God dang.
What are you talking about?
Gucci.
I called him Gucci so I can remember his name.
Shut. What is his name? Coach. His number in my phone too. I can't call
Dooley.
Dooley. Yeah, Dooley. Yeah. Even with Dooley, I know
he had on an ascot.
Hey man, he had a Gucci suit on, wasn't you? But anyway,
I know.
As much as they talked about him and hated him, he still produced, right? You still got to, the SWAC championship game. This guy here came in and it just didn't work out. So again, not that Terrence Gray is a bad coach. I'm sure he knows his stuff. That just may not have been a good fit. And I think that's what we got over here with Brian Kelly.
Louisiana is a special place, and I don't mean that as a disrespect, but you got to like conform to that culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure out the whole fake accent thing, and it's like I don't get what he was trying to do, but I just know, like I was telling our other homeboy, I mean, look, LSU expect championships, and or being consistent, being good. And it was just too much up and down. And BK's response just wasn't. He just didn't fit. He didn't. To me, he just didn't fit after a while. At the first, I was like, yeah, man, I think this is gonna work. Brian Kelly at LSU, woo. But after a while, it just didn't work. And hey, where we at in college football right now, man? College football athletics, which we've been talking about for 2 years, bro. These folks paying money now. So guess what? You don't produce. We are in the NFLcation of college football, for lack of a better word. That's just what it is.
$40-50 million buyout now. I mean, that's for the big boys. They ain't worried about it.
And they quote unquote have negotiated that part down. But even beforehand, because you gotta look at it like this: to the average person, and say it's $50 million. What have we been preaching for the past 3-4 years? You guys have no idea how much money is in college athletics. They don't. They really have no earthly idea. A lot of people do. I'm just saying, for the average person who just watches on Saturday and they just kind of go on through their week because they're watching it because they're off, they have no idea what the money that is in college athletics, what it can do for an actual program, and how much people are willing to actually give and to do what they really need to have done. So look, now you are working with a quote unquote, and I use that word loosely, quote unquote, $20.5 million budget. You got to pay these kids. So now you're talking about, I got to pay this coach. I got to pay these kids. Everything is a business transaction. Everything.
Yep.
And that's, I hear people every day. Oh, where's the loyalty? Where's all this? Ain't no loyalty in college athletics.
No.
It ain't never been.
No. Never been.
So what we talking about right now? We are in a new era, and people have to understand what's going on with the new era. If we want to have a conversation about it, let's have a conversation about it. But once money is involved, it's different.
Yeah.
It's really different. Like, you wonder how people be like billionaire businessmen. Have you ever seen a rich, Dave? I know you have, because I know I have. Have you ever been in a room with someone who got a lot of money? There's no giggling. Yeah. They don't care about your feelings. We here to talk about what we need to talk about, and let's just get this done. And that's where we at right now. When it comes to that, you want to see your graphic?
Which one?
Your favorite graphic? Your favorite graphic? If I can find it, you know what I'm saying?
Man, look.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking about. I mean, when you really think about the amount of money that's in college athletics, I mean, if you really just kind of really think about it, right now there's a football game televised Tuesday through Saturday.
There's a game on right now.
You're right, Tuesday through Saturday every week, probably throughout for the rest of the season. Correct. That lets you know it's a lot of money in this stuff, because TV channels, they want ratings, right? They want folks to watch, so they know the product is there. And this is just ridiculous. Here, it doesn't make no sense.
This is the full screen of his own.
Yes, I mean, Kirby Smart at 118 million. These numbers are representing millions of dollars. That's their buyout. I mean, Lincoln Riley out of LAUSC, 90 million. Man, this is.
They ain't gonna negotiate that down to get them on out of there.
Well, he's not doing bad. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just joking around.
Sundays,
but yeah. I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna say. Let me just hush.
I mean, shucks, Steve Sarkisian. It's been some whispers about him not opposed to going to the league. I get that. Now this one right here, number 5, we will come back and look at him. That needs to be looked at, because if 6 can go, surely 5 can go.
Will you tell me who 6 and 5 is? Now this is a different graphic. Now I will say this about the buyout. Vern can correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard it was negotiated hopefully down to 27. But for right now, I know he's still getting his $800,000 a month check. First of all, that's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna talk about it. $800,000 a month check until everything is a hold on, Dave. I didn't say a year.
A month. It's fucking ridiculous. Folks mad because these kids get some money. Hell out of here. Yeah. They wouldn't even have a job if it weren't for the kids. But go ahead, I digress.
So they talk about that's going to be negotiated back down. But you know, the thing about a lot of these buyouts, people are like, well, I want all my money. Well, there's a lot of clauses and a lot of different things. And I'm not saying these folks won't get their money, but that's going to depend on what the situation is.
Right.
And we already seen James Franklin went down to like 49 million. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But I mean, this is what it is. This is college football, bro. So when people be trying to talk to me about money and this and that and that and this, I just say, man, y'all have no idea. Y'all really have no idea. And you know why people don't have an idea? And it's not a disrespect. It's not a disrespect to no one. Like Burns said, no one truly knows at the moment, but they have a private donor donate $25 million buyout. What we just say?
Right.
What we just say? Who the hell just got $25 million just shitting?
I just donate, man. What y'all need? All right, I'm wired to you. You have it.
I'm gonna write it off anyway. So,
Yeah. I mean, what's your tax ID? Shucks.
It's like, you know, like y'all think that Pat McAfee just get that money away every week on game day? No, he gives it away, but
yeah, don't
think on the back end he ain't recouping it.
Well, hell, the crazy part about it is he has to give it away if he don't want to get hit over the head at the beginning of the year.
Correct. But that's we gonna go down that road. But let's just say, but that's the whole thing about it. This donor just said, take 25 million.
It's sickening.
It's sickening, but it's the truth. But me and you both know, because we've been doing this long enough. Not just this, but just been around all this long enough and talk to people that actually do this type of stuff, is that it's not nothing to these type of people.
No.
It's nothing to it. And it's like, this is where we are. I think Brian Kelly will be good somewhere else. Now, the question is, does he still want to coach? He's 64 years old. 65, I would just say 65 years old. By the time he would be ready to coach again, does he want to go through it? It's the whole Saban question again. Like, hey, he's 72, 3. His birthday, his birthday is Friday. Can't never forget, because it's been scary times for people, and his birthday is on Halloween, so I can't never forget that for some.
I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah, his birthday is on Halloween.
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to correlate to that to something else. Yeah, he just turned 64. So, talking about Kelly. So, I mean, bro, when it comes to things in Louisiana, a lot of times I like to listen to people that's in Louisiana and talking to them. This is just what they do. Like one donor said anonymously, yeah, we talked about Saturday was his birthday. We did talk about that. This is what we do. When they said, like, how you feel about us doing it? The donor said, this is what we do. We LSU.
Right.
So, hey. So, join the club. Join the club of who? James Franklin. Billy Napier.
Yep.
Trent Bray from Oregon State. Trent Dilfer from UAB. Jay Norvell from Colorado State, Mike Gundy, Sam Pittman, Deshaun Foster, and Brent Pre. We had four in September, bro. 4.
Season started in August. Late
Hey, late on Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. So you really didn't get but 3 to 4 weeks before they was cutting your
Well,
head off.
welcome to the new era of college athletics. You know the old days were like, well, you know, we're gonna give him 3-4 years. He don't. You going in the right direction or you ain't. And plus, you have to get ahead of. And people say, why so early of firings? Well, you have to remember one thing. We now have a new transfer portal days. It's only what, the 2nd through the 16th or the 4th through the 20th, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. In January, that's it. That's the only portal cycle. Not to mention, you're still trying to keep a high school class together because most kids now sign in December.
And
So
then, if your coach got fired, you get something else. I think.
You talking about the days that you get to be in the portal?
Yeah, it's something. You can go earlier. So I can't remember exactly.
You can go earlier in the portal, but it has to be because they just changed the rule. I can't remember 100% exactly what it is. Somebody remember, they can type it in the chat. But yeah, so you have all of this that you're dealing with. I don't have time to say like let him play the season out. Right. And we don't have the greatest coaching market right now. That doesn't mean we don't have some good coaches out there, but you know, everybody wants a name. Everybody wants the new up and coming guy, blah, 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 blah. So, hey, you got all these firings going on. You got to get in front of it. Mm-hmm. You got to get in front of where we at right now. Yeah, 5 days after the hire. Appreciate that, Tony. That's what they have. I knew it had changed. 5 days after the hire. So, what am I waiting around for? Let's negotiate this buyout. Go on, get this money, because guess what? Mr. P got to get paid at the beginning of the month. You got to get his check cut. Players still getting their check cut. So we got to get you on up out of here, buddy. Welcome to the NFL. This is where we at right now.
Yeah.
So
they more cutthroat than the NFL right now. Jesus Christ. Most NFL coaches kind of hang around for a minute, but it's college coaches, man.
Because the pool is not the same. The pool of what people trust is not the same. And that's you keep hearing the same names for this hire. Doesn't mean I'm saying it's a bad market. I'm just saying that you hearing the same names right now for the market. And guess what? You got to get in front of it. You can't slow drag your feet like some schools. Some schools. If it's enough,
two schools,
I can think about 3.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, either you gonna make this move or you're not gonna make this move. One way or the other. What you want to do? How you want to deal with it? Hey, let's just get this going and let's move on from it so we can move on to the next part of it. But the Brian Kelly era, man, like I said, I think what I remember the most about it is just the weirdness of it and the fact that I really was in the corner of like, man, he's about to do some damage here at LSU. Because I know what LSU is.
Right.
I know what it is. And like I said, last few coaches, 3rd, 4th season, they got national championship.
Right.
I mean,
they did, but those coaches there, I think, were a lot more grittier than. I don't know Brian Kelly. I've never played for him or been in the locker room with, but just from outside looking in, you know,
he just didn't seem like the right fit.
He just didn't seem like the right fit. Let me just leave it there. He just didn't seem like the right fit to deal with.
We can't say everything.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave right there. He just didn't.
We just gonna leave right there, man. We just gonna be done with it. So, speaking of the coaching carousel, what do you think? Who do you think got to make a move? And outside of the regular names that you normally hearing, what do you think is going to happen? Like, because like I said, I'm hearing 5-6 names, the same names over and over and over again.
You mean as far as hired, or you talking about getting canned?
Oh, getting canned, 100% getting canned.
Man,
Well, I
I
ain't
would
gonna say
be honest.
100%. Who you think is not gonna
I,
make it to next year? Let me put it like that because can't never say in today's atmosphere.
I got a name that I've been playing with, and
I'm listening.
Dave Aranda, at
He
Baylor.
is on the hot seat.
Um, and I've been watching. You know, I always keep up with Baylor. I really haven't paid. I peeped in at them this year, but ever since Matt Rule has left, they just been teetering upon average to below average
Right,
to
right. Yeah.
average. You know what I mean? I've been looking for that's speak. Dave Aranda is a guy to me that doesn't fit that culture. Now the crazy part is you might take him, slide him at LSU, which is where I think he was on one of those staffs down there.
Yeah, that's it. That's who he was on. Yeah, that's where he
Yeah,
came from.
right. So you might can slide him there, and you might have yourself some. You might can slide a Brian Kelly to a Baylor, and they may have themselves something. Just different dynamic. But to me, Aranda is one that I really think that, without talking about the obvious guys, that's one that I would keep my eye on.
Okay, cool. I can see what you're saying about that. Yeah, they've been talking about Aranda. Uh, we ain't even got to talk about certain people that we already that we already know is not gonna make it. So let's move on just a little bit. We spent a lot of time on this.
Hey man, we knew we had to,
Oh no, I
Brian
mean no,
Kelly.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Like we can do that. I mean, like I said, we just wanted to hop on here because we hadn't been on here. You know, life. Like I always tell people, life be lifing, man. Things be happening. Apologize. Life be lifing. But games from this weekend. What's the one game? What's the game? Because you actually got to watch some games this weekend live and not replayed. What was your actual? What was the one thing that impressed you or just caught your eye over the weekend?
I really believe Texas A&M. And I say that
Oh, I'm with you.
because all the other years, especially when Jimbo was there, they had these good classes. They got these studs here, they stood there.
Please, they
Andrew
don't
happened here,
remind them
Andrew
of
happened
that.
here, then, and damn it, they end up shit. This year, I don't see that happening. Somebody's gonna have to meet them in Atlanta. That's number one. Uh, Indiana, I think it's legit.
See what you taking my? Why you taking my shine?
Um,
Taking my shine.
hey, Georgia Tech will lift their eyes up in the ACC championship, and Oklahoma is not bad, and they're not bad. They're not that. I'm good, and then Texas Tech just keep on Texas Teching. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Definitely, I would just say, of course, Texas A&M is on my list. For what they did, and like I said, I had Indiana too. Um, and Texas A&M, reason why they're on my list, and it's a running joke around certain parts around that. Hey, Texas A&M is the king of the king of the preseason championships. I like what they have on both sides of the ball. Defensive line wise, they're nasty. They are completely nasty, and they have that balance. And they don't even have their number one running back. But they have that balance. KC from North Carolina State was someone that I was really interested in going into the transfer portal. I knew when somebody got them, it was going to be a good day for them. And Marcel Reed has improved some, and like I said, they're just balanced. They're just really a balanced team in the Elko model of what he likes to do when it comes to them. Like I said, of course, I'm impressed with Indiana and some of these things that we got going on right now. Like they're gonna kind of play themselves out. I think that win for Ole Miss was a humongous win this weekend, and of course, the champions of nobody thought, Vandy just keep Vandy.
this year is about to be so done strange because if everybody holds serve, and I'm just kind of scouring over some stuff in the ACC, you may have a higher ranked team that won't even be in the conference championship. It could possibly happen. Because right now Virginia is undefeated in the conference and Georgia Tech is undefeated in the conference.
Correct.
And they don't play each other. And they both should be favored in the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean,
this is crazy as hell.
I don't want to say I'm impressed by Texas coming back. I want to say I'm more disappointed in Mississippi State blowing a 17-point lead with 10 minutes left in the game. But Mississippi State, because they've been playing better ball.
They have.
They've been playing better ball, but you know, sometimes you just need that thing that takes you over the top to show you, like, yeah, we really got it.
Right.
That's heartbreaking. And they're still undefeated undefeated. They still have not won in the SEC. Jared is right, long as Haynes King is upright. That's the question. Are they gonna keep him upright?
Right.
Brent Key is a hell of a coach. That's his alma mater. You know, a lot of people want him. I'll put it like this: there are gonna be some moving pieces this offseason, from what I can see right now, with coaches that are at places where it's like, oh, it's their alma mater, but your alma mater don't pay your way. Depending on how you feel about it, depending on where everything is going. You know, you talking about like a Clark Lee, you talking about a Brett Key, you talking about all those type of folks, man. Like it's I think we're in, like I said, for a crazy coaching cycle, and we're just in October 28th. We ain't even in Halloween yet. So,
you know, these were probably decisions that were made that sounded something like this. You know, Renard, you got gonna give him about 4 or 5 goddamn weeks, and if we ain't got what we got, we get rid of these things. That's where we at.
I'm gonna tell you when you know something about to happen, Dave. Also, when you start hearing like, yeah, they had a meeting last week at the second, you're like,
oh, this the one. They didn't just have a meeting; they had an emergency meeting.
Oh yeah,
you know it's serious then. An emergency meeting after the game.
When they after the game. In the room full of with the big table and the swivel chairs sitting all right there.
Yeah.
And money comes in and say, we can't do this. Like this ain't nothing new that just happened after.
Yeah, man.
After
go ahead and send all the wife and kids home. But we'll be home later on.
We'll be home. Hey, we just trying to get everything.
Go ahead and turn the fire pit on. We'll be over at our house in a minute when we finish it.
Bruh, all you gonna hear is it's meeting time.
Right.
It's meeting time. How much we got in reserve? Okay, we got about 23. So we're gonna need about 27 million. So let's just go ahead and get on the horn and figure out what we're gonna do. We gotta get another staff in here.
You call Tony.
Yeah, we're gonna call him. We're gonna get this money here. This is what we gonna and this is what we gonna do.
Yeah, so call Chauncey Bill. I couldn't help it.
You just had to go.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help myself. It was right there.
You just had to go there. You just had to go there.
It was right there, man.
Okay, I get it. I get why you went there. Now I will ask this. A few minutes left. We got up in here. Do I need to give you your own full screen for?
Oh hell no! I don't even need a screen. I don't need.
You don't need one.
No, I don't need it. Well, it was nothing we could.
Hold on, why you doing that? Let me just share. You know what we at. We moving on to the swag just a little bit, you know.
Oh, boy,
moving on to the swag a little bit.
Oh,
first of all,
hold slow down. Hold on.
Hey, I'm not going there.
Okay.
I'm going to where we were supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to be at the top.
Supposed to be in Las Vegas at the HBCU Classic in Las Vegas. Life happens, things happen. We decided, the country is crazy right now. Not spending no extra money. So surprising effort, surprising game. All the way out there in Las Vegas, JSU takes the L 24-26. Prayers and shout out to the Grambling quarterback who was hurt. Also to Jacoby and Morgan, I heard on the call, that they evaluating, taking day by day with everything, man. But did you have it on your bingo card that Grambling was going to beat Jackson State this year?
Hell no. I don't even know no other way to say it. I have absolutely there's no other way I can say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's no other way I could absolutely say it. It was nothing about this game that I saw where Gremlin come out with an L. I mean, with a dub. Matter of fact about it.
Oh my God.
It took two. I guess JSU backup quarterback. I guess he got hurt. Like I said, when I was watching the condensed version of it, it went from I saw all three quarterbacks. But honestly, I gotta give Gremlin credit though. I mean, all jokes aside. Right. All jokes aside, Grambling made plays, man. They made timely plays. They made plays when they needed. Jackson State gave up some big stuff. Jackson State they are as advertised. They're explosive. I mean, they get to the ball on defense, but a busted player there, busted coverage there, or a hell of a play, not even busted coverage. Grambling quarterback made some heck of a deep ball throw. So you down your starting quarterback, then you put your second string in, then come your third string in. But all three of Jackson State quarterbacks were decent. I mean, you could tell the difference between 3 and 1, but I mean, it wasn't just like he couldn't hit the side of a barn, so to speak. Because actually they had took the lead late in that game. They went up 24-23, and Grambling came back and kicked like a 40-yard field goal or something like that to win it. But I thought it was a hell of a game. And then the attendance was like 29,600.
I'm going to round it up to 30. I'm going to round it up to 30. Round it up to 30.
Yeah, 30,000 people. Jackson State, they going to travel anyway.
Grambling,
they travel too. Which that was a great showing. I think get 30,000 in Vegas in this climate of this economy is a damn good promotions, get damn good on everybody. Everybody's get a pat on the back. But Jackson State, I will say this: when I was on Wayne's show, they do have and they rightfully so. They got some arrogant goddamn fans now.
Oh,
I mean, they were talking.
Now, if you don't know that, then you don't understand Jackson State.
Well, we know, but I mean, they are even. I thought they were arrogant because of pride.
No. They're just arrogant because it's J State.
Absolutely.
Jackson State.
Absolutely.
Yes,
sir. So I tell you what, though, and I'm gonna pull up this schedule. Hopefully the quarterbacks are healthy. Because they drop another one, then in Bama State don't drop one, which they got a big game coming up this week too. A hell of a game coming up this week. They got to go out. I think they go out to Texas. Then they go to Prairie View. But I mean, Jackson State got to be careful. I'll put it that way. They got to be careful rest of the year. Hopefully the guys are healed up, get healthy, they can finish it on out. But great job, Grambling. Great job, everybody involved in this classic, man. And hopefully next year if they do it again, we can get out there.
Yeah, Southern. Not going to dress Prairie View game. Bethune going on 31 is a surprise. Probably they thought they would put up a little bit more, knowing they got that nice offense and everything. But I'm gonna take this down. The floor is on you, sir.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Matter of fact, do I need to mute my mic?
No, I want to hear you. I want to hear you laugh.
I'm not gonna be laughing.
Oh God, you might have to hit the button a couple times too. But all jokes aside, I'm on a serious side. I on all the picks we had this week, I never once picked Alabama State to win.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, we working. We talking about the Magic City Classic here, brother. I gotta make sure I got the censor button working.
Hey man, get your hand on the button because it just might hit me at any moment. But all week, man, we did had went on one show and made live predictions. Then we put out our graphic and both graphics, I chose Alabama A&M to win the game. And I'll be honest with you, if we were 0 and whatever, I still was going to pick them to win the game. That I just don't have. I'm never going to pick Alabama State to beat A&M. But that's my heart. The football side of me, I knew Alabama State had the better team. We were down second string quarterback, which I like him. Our starter, he has played well at the top of the season and then up until his injury. So I knew we were going to be down. Now, here's the disappointing part. I never thought we would get our asses handed to us like we got it handed to us. They beat our ass from kickoff to the end of the game. It was so bad. Andrew Biden scored a touchdown. He did the capistrol.
Over there nooping it up, wasn't he?
Him and his teammate did the capistrol in the end zone. You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. It was so bad that I literally moved the game from my TV to my iPad and from my iPad to my phone. And eventually I just turned it on. I've never seen anything like this. But now, in our defense, okay, here's what we got to do. We got Coach Shade. I think he's a great coach. He has to get some things together. This is not Miles, which he did an outstanding job at Miles building that program up. This is a little bit different ball game. I don't know of a rivalry that Miles has, maybe other than Skiggy, that a game that you just have to win. Magic City Classic is just like Alabama and Auburn, Michigan, Ohio State. It's the same. USC, Notre Dame. This is one of them games. I mean, if I was man. Yeah, it's bad. So what we got to do? We got to get in this portal, guys. But we got to get in the portal and get the right guys. We got to get the right guys because, and we got to find a way to get us some NIL. We got to find a way to get something because right now, them boys 65 South, they beat us 4 times in a row. And Coach Shade, man, if it's going to be a lesson that you've learned this year is that if you lose a classic, that's cool. It's really not cool. But if you lose it. But you can't lose it like that. You had folks calling for his head year 1. So, man, all in all, shouts out to Gump State, the victorious. I've exhausted all of my energy this weekend. I really don't have much left in me to really just talk about because Lord knows it was embarrassing. Last point I want to make this morning.
Yes, sir.
Well, Friday night I put my A&M flag on my car, right? And my wife been driving my car. And this morning we left the house at the same time, but I forgot to take the flag off. It was so bad. I said, I can't let my wife drive around with this goddamn flag on her car. But I called on the phone. Hey, stop at that stop sign. Let the window down. Let me get it off, put it in there for you, because I don't need her getting harassed. It's just that bad. It's a terrible showing. Terrible day to be a Bulldog. We licking our wounds. I'm done.
I mean, you sure? No, I'm being for real. I'm asking you sure?
I mean, yes, I'm sure.
Okay, I just want to be sure. I mean, like I said, I was not expecting that type of a game. I really
This motherfucker
wasn't.
did the Kappa scroll.
I'm talking about like it wasn't nothing. I said, "Oh, they
I'm talking
having
about like he
fun."
was in, like he had loafers on. I'm
Hey,
done, man.
he
I'm
was
done.
having fun, Dave.
Yeah, he was. I don't blame him. I would too.
And they kept going after the game. Yeah, it was after the game in the middle of the field. They were still going. Yeah, they were still getting it, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize, but give him some time. Give him some time. But
I gotta give him some time.
you got to give him some time. Just give him a little time. You know what I'm saying? Like don't dismiss the man already. But since you want to bring it up, let me see this if I can do this right quick. You want to bring it up? We did something a little bit different last week. For y'all that don't follow us on social media, you should be following us on social media. It's getting very interactive sometimes because we attract different sets of people to our show. So we decided to do something different since we couldn't do a prediction show last week. We just gave 5 games that we wanted just to predict, just out the blue, and just wanted to talk about it. So we both picked Ole Miss. I picked Illinois. I really thought Illinois would come through for you. Picked Washington. We both picked BYU. We both picked Vanderbilt. I picked Alabama State, and you picked A&M. So we both went 4-1.
We did, and had I picked, I had a pick, but yeah, we went 4-1.
It was on the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, something like that, some Twitter, some stuff like that. But hey, I think it's something that's cool. We don't have a lot of time to do as much social media interaction as we would like to do because we don't have the money to pay a social media manager. So we need one, but the social media interaction that we do get is funny. It's very, very funny because you got people coming from different backgrounds, different teams, different everything, and yeah. So we both went 4-1 last week. Thought that was pretty good. So we might do that, add that on there, or even do a small segment, and do it that way. Not saying we getting rid of the prediction show. Just saying that, might do a little small segment or something that we can do, like, or like a reel or something. Something we'll just see where it goes. But I thought we did pretty good on it. For what we picked. We really didn't. You didn't pick chalk, so you didn't pick chalk. I didn't pick chalk. So
no,
we can always find some more. Something else I wanted to bring to your. Let me see. Here we go again. Messing up. Something else I wanted to bring your attention real quick before we decide to go and just get out of here. We'll be back Thursday. Dave like 7:00.
But it teeters on to 7:30. So
not my fault.
That part is that's not your fault. The 7:30 part is my fault, but 7, we're gonna work it out.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to work it out. But first let me take this down. Let's get us back up here. Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. So to talk about, to get the predictions going into this weekend. Wow, going into November. That's wild. Yesterday, I was talking with my wife today, and I was telling her, like, we got exactly 1 month to Thanksgiving, right? And I told her, and she was like, what? I was like, yeah, we got 1 month exactly to Thanksgiving. So it's kind of wild. Just let you know how quickly the season just moving, because October got the hell out of here.
Man, it got out of here once. Yeah. I couldn't believe how, because classic, some Magic City Classic sometimes be that last Saturday in the month.
Last Saturday, right?
At this time, it is the last Saturday, but I guess the last Saturday and the last day.
Right, right. It'd be like the 30th, 31st,
30th, 31st. Right.
Something
so
past the 27th.
Yes, but this time it came earlier, and so I think we all kind of thrown out. When is yeah, then we should be having daylight saving time soon too. Then really
This weekend.
Oh jeez, but it's the good one though. It's the good one.
It ain't the good one for me.
It get dark early, but yeah,
I don't need to get dark earlier. I'm good with getting dark with it not, but no, this ain't my good one. Just leave it alone either way it goes. But anyway, no, let's just leave it alone. But what we do got next week, we do got coming up. We got the first playoff rankings is coming up. So the first playoff rankings will be what November the 4th. I think it's the 4th. The Tuesday, November the 4th. I think so. I think that is correct. November the 4th. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how some of this stuff plays out. Just with the first one, because everybody's gonna overreact to it. But hey, we'll be right here. We'll be talking about it. We'll be covering it. We'll do what we need to do. But what one thing left before we get up out of here? What's one thing that's on your mind right now that you want to, maybe you want to talk about, or you want to say what's up to the people? Leave a question for everybody. What you got?
I guess if I had one question, I saw an interesting graphic the other day, and it talked about the current rankings in college football, and it said number 1 team in the nation, Ohio State. Then it had the word gap, and then it listed 2 through whatever. My question I want to pose is the separation between Ohio State and the field. Is it that? But we will find out in time.
I don't think so. I just think we're in a year where I wouldn't say like a humongous separation, but they are playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah. Anyway. But that's more and more. That's more for us to think about and talk about when we come back on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday with the show and with the prediction show and all that kind of stuff like that. And maybe, depending on if Dave is in town, maybe we can do an after dark finally. So who knows?
I will be in town. Also, big game in Texas, Prairie View, Alabama State coming up next week, which we'll talk more about that on Thursday. That's something else. I have a nice little breakdown on that one because that's gonna be a really damn good game.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it, man. But look, sorry about last week. Like I said, life be lifing. So hey, y'all know y'all.
It be Renard's fault.
Hey, how's it my fault? Be life fault, bro. Life, y'all. I ain't even talk about what happened. I ain't even talk about what happened over here. But anyway, and maybe Thursday we'll get some calls in. Might have something new for that on Thursday. Stay tuned to that.
That would be good. That would be good.
Stay tuned for that, man. Help everybody out. But look, man, for Renard and for Dave, man, it's Down South football, man. Enjoy the football. We are already at the end of November. The end of October. Goodness. I can tell y'all happy Halloween on Thursday. So we'll see y'all Thursday, man. Chop in, tell a friend, tell another friend. Come on, man. We welcome all opinions. We welcome everything. Chop it up with us on social media. Y'all know what it is. Hold on. Which way should I move? Y'all know what it is. Y'all see it. It's Down South Football on all social media platforms. So holler at us, man. And
sir, that's no longer Twitter.
I'm going to say this one more time. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It's going to be what it's going to be. I am not putting that.
Oh, God.
Hey, you still got national folks saying, I saw it on Twitter. Long as they keep saying it.
They keep saying it. We're going to keep having it.
We're going to keep having it. So it's there. It is what it is. Y'all holler at us, man. And then our individual stuff, y'all can find us, man. We're real easy to find. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Hit us up. We up out this thing, man. For Down South Football, it's Renard, it's Dave. We'll see y'all Thursday, man. Chop in. Be ready to talk and be ready to call in. We up out this thing.